Baking used to be a highly stressful activity for me until I learned that it could be quite therapeutic, especially when you add beer to the mix. I'm a simple girl. You add alcohol to the mix and I am down for anything. So today I'm going to show you how to make a shortcut artisan beer bread. There are many different schools of thought when it comes to bread making, and if you're a beginner like me, it might seem intimidating when you learn about all the different techniques. But if you're a lazy ass like me, then you're gonna love this recipe. There are only 4 ingredients. Flour. All-purpose flour works just fine. You could do a mix of bread flour as well. Next, yeast. This is active dry yeast. Last dry ingredient, some salt. And give that all a quick whisk before we add the wet ingredient. I love this part of baking. You're just in the bowl, being hyper focused. You're here, you're present, you're gonna make great bread. And that's it. That's all your dry ingredients. Super simple. Now all you need is the wet ingredient to combine everything together. You can use water or you can level it up with some beer. Now I've got a nice ale here. You can use a Pilsner, a lager. Take a little saucepan. To prevent a lot of foam from forming, just tilt your pan and pour the beer down the side. And all you need is 1 whole bottle. Just heat it on low until it gets warm, about 110 degrees, which is the perfect temperature for your yeast. It'll get nice and excited and create really nice bubbles for your bread. Why do I have a second beer? For me, duh. Cheers, salud, chin chin. You're doing a good job. You're gonna slowly pour it and incorporate it into the dry mixture. This is great if you like that yeasty bread flavor. And again, you can experiment with whatever beer you'd like. If you're feeling super lazy, you could use a mixer as well, but I like doing it in a bowl. I like hearing the sounds. Like just listen to this. Seriously, best meditation ever. I've got a very rough dough here, and I'm gonna switch over to my hands, really get in there. It's a little sticky, it's very soft. This is the right texture, okay, where it kind of sticks to you, kind of doesn't. Now just transfer it to a surface with a little bit of flour. Now it's time to knead. This is my favorite part. It's gonna be less sticky now. Feels a little smoother. And I'm just kneading it to develop the gluten in the flour, okay? I want it to have that nice chewy bite. The other thing that makes this recipe super simple is that it only needs 1 rise, okay? Some techniques require rising it 2, maybe 3 times, which is great for increasing the volume of the bread, giving it time to release gases so we get those nice big bread holes. But if you just want something quick and simple, this is the way to go. And that's it, a nice lumpy dough butt. Now all you have to do is transfer it to a lightly oiled bowl, just like that, and cover it up and put it aside in a warm spot so that it can rise. This may take an hour, up to 3. You just want to wait until it's doubled. I have some dough that I made earlier, and it's ready for me. Look at that bad boy. I'm gonna leave it cover and set it aside for a minute. This is where I'm going to bake my bread. I'm gonna put this whole thing in the oven. It's a really cool device. So when you wanna make that beautiful crusty bread, you need steam inside of your oven. And sometimes people add a tray of water, ice, or they go in with a spray bottle and they keep opening the oven. It's a whole process. But the reason that steam makes bread so good is because when that water attaches to the surface of the bread, it draws out the sugars, and when the water evaporates, you get caramelization. Brown is good, people. It comes in 2 parts. I have a beautiful glazed base here with a reservoir. You just need to add warm water, then pop on the cover, and then put this into the oven very carefully until steam develops. The spring oven is ready. It's nice and steamy inside. I see a little steam coming out the hole here. I've dumped out my dough. I just sprinkled it with a little bit of flour, and I'm very gently shaping it into a ball. Now usually you'd give this a final rise, but we're gonna skip that and just put it into the oven. Carefully remove the top. Ooh! Go ahead and flour the base. pick up your baby dough and place it right on. Sprinkle some flour on top. To give it that artisanal look, get yourself a really sharp blade or a really sharp knife. You're going to score the bread. That's how they get those really nice designs. It's not only for looks, it's also for function because it will help the bread rise up even more in the oven. Now you gotta go in with confidence, okay? Just one stroke each and every time. I'm gonna do one slice there, boop, boop, boop. The lid goes back on. You're gonna put this in the oven for 15 minutes and then you're gonna remove the lid and let it continue baking until it's golden brown. I pull the bread out of the oven. It smells amazing in here and I put the top back on because I wanna do a reveal. It's too good not to do a reveal. You ready for this? Ooh, look at how beautiful this is. It smells so good. I'm so excited to get into this. Check this out. Let's check out the inside, shall we? Get a serrated knife. Don't fight with it, just let it glide. Look at that steamy, crusty bread. Oh my goodness. Cheers, cheers. Come on. The flavor of the beer just really adds this nice kind of hoppy floralness, if that makes any sense. It's so damn good. A perfect amount of chew, the perfect crust, and it's a lazy bread. I really hope you give this a try for your lazy ass on a lazy day.